Well, today is May 1st, day 188. It is 11:30 at night on a Thursday work night. I better go in. To make this thing quick, um, just cut the story. I had buy new batteries. My one battery is a Group 31, and the other one's a Group 27. The 27 was a 2016-year-old battery, and another one's like brand new. But the 27 will just hold charge. But once you put any load on it, make it 24 volt pretty much. And once I hit the master switch on, it just dropped dead. Or it'll stay on. The lights on the dash will stay on for 10 seconds and then drop off at random. And then it'll just keep repeating this process. So that battery was put my load tester I have. Sure enough, it's shot. 2016, yeah, it's 4 years plus 5. It's 9 years old. It was time to go. The Group 31 was still in good shape, but Dad's, just buy one battery. Like, no, Dad. That battery is only a year old, but I want to have a pair of good solid batteries. So I'm not depending on the new one, though. So it's like, just get two new ones. Interstate, the best deal and price in town at $283 at the pair. And then cord charge, they knocked off $40 off the battery. So like $240 for the pair, not bad. My optimal yellow tops cost $280 just for the one for my Jeep pickups. So I think good deal. They're brand new. They are Group 31s. They are 950 cranking amps. And sure enough, as soon as I get the batteries installed and hook up a cable, it cranked over. More than just lit up the dashboard, it started up. So that was a must to have. Except for the old batteries were terminal tabs and they crushed crimps. So that didn't want to work. So I made a homemade one in the garage. Obviously way less gauge than that other one. A little bit less. Way more flexible. That's one problem to see. Next, the crimps weren't the best crimps, but got me by for multiple cranks. But it's not good enough. So today I made a new one, 2 gauge, heavy duty connections. So we should be good now. It's bigger than those. So we're good. So we're good on battery now. Battery's now set to go, and you put that cable on tomorrow and hook this up, and we're done down here. All right, moving on to dashboards altogether. Besides my ground wires, which is the spider connections for your ground, for all your gauges. So that needs hooked up still. My manifold switch needs hooked up still. And that's about it. And a buzzer too. So I'm done on the dash, and then that can be finalized. And then I need to put return springs on the pedals still. And then doors can go on. I have all new bolts to go in, but still got to drill and tap those out. That's it for this. Yeah, that's it. I need to clean the threads up on my steering shaft. The nut's intact. The splines are intact. But the threads that hold the nut on are damaged. So I got to clean those up somehow. I don't want to replace that shaft. So that's my other dilemma there to fight with. That's it for in the cab. I need to clean up my caulking I had. It's probably 2 weeks now. Should be plenty dry. I can clean that up on the back window. And then hook up my vent, which is just a clamp for my wiper motors to work. And that's it for those. All right, so that's it for the cab pretty much. But yeah, when I want to go start it and crank it up, it should fire right up. But no. I'm not getting any pressure. The systems are all dry. Filters are all dry. And so you got to prime it. So we put diesel in here, diesel in there, and it's still not firing up. Ether, we're getting smoke out of it, but it's not good to run ether too much. As it stopped enough. So like, why is it not working? I knew it ran before I tore it apart, and I knew that this connection needs replaced. It is destroyed, corroded, fuse is broken. You got power, but it's not working, but it still ran without the internal pump, electric pump working. So something's up. So knowing that this thing sat for months, 185 days now, the systems are all dry now, new fuel lines are on, new filters are on, canisters are empty. Yeah, it's not going to pump. It needs an extra boost of the electric pump, and it's not working. It's all corroded. And just so happens, I did buy a new block. I just can't find it. This is back in November when I bought it, and I can't find it now. It's in the barn on the shelf, last I knew, in a bag. Which the bag is right here, actually, which is not in here. I put it in here in this bag with an extra handbrake spring. Can't find it. So I called around Facebook all for help, trying to find it. I can't find one. The guy I bought it from, he's got a whole bunch more. But I decided to go to Boyce Equipment and buy a whole new fuel system. 350 shipped with this block and the whole entire pump itself. So I'm not sure, I know this is bad, but how bad is the pump itself? And so when I get it, I'm just going to probably swap it out maybe. Suppose I can check the tank for any more debris. Option 1 or option 2, just change the block out and hope for the best. And then have an extra pump for spare. So that's my fuel crisis. So as of right now, I can't fire up anymore until I fix that. It did ship today. All right, that's it for this side. And the dashboard and all. Wiring for the dashboard. So you have number 10 wire here coming down. And this needs to get positive power to run your master switch. And somehow that's made for a 3/8 size hole bolt to go through, and this is like a 1/2 inch. I reamed it out and it's not big enough. I hammered it on, it's on, but not proper. So I need to cut this off and figure out something to make it fully secure. I can't find 1/2 inch plus diameter crimps with a 10 gauge wire. I can't find one. So they're all like this size, this cable pretty much. I'm finding I need like that size hole, but for a 10 gauge wire, not a 2 gauge. So that's what I'm facing right now with that problem. And that's it for the motor problems, besides the hood's all crinking and not wanting to close and open. I'm wishing there was a strut here to hold it upright. Otherwise, we're good here. I got my bumper on, I got the shackles on, I even greased them so they can nice and pivot nicely. That's all done. So yeah, that's bumper. And as for wiring, here's the spider I needed. I found it in my harness, but it's pretty bad, but I'm going to use it to get by, or not. That's pretty broken. So that's what I'm facing right now with the harness. I went to Granger. I got some hardware. These are on sale. I got bags of hardware. $5 for a pack of 50. They're all fine thread. This truck mostly has fine thread stuff. And so I figured I'd just stock up on hardware for $5 each. Not bad. Same as these. These are, I only need 2. And they're for the master bolts for the windshield. Missing the nuts. So 3/4 inch by fine thread. So, yeah. 3/4 by 16. So yeah. That's those came. And I got a pin. Now I can get the correct military pin and this clip for like $20 on eBay. Or go to Granger for $3. That's made for a shackle, made for towing. $3. Only problem is it's a bit longer, so I need to chop it off and drill a hole. Other than that, we're in good shape. So I'm gonna save myself $15. Hey, money's money. I'm gonna save myself. This is, you're not gonna see it. It's behind the back bumperette, below the back bed. You're not gonna see it, but we still have a nice, good shackle for cheap. Versus, yeah, that's that. That's really a wrap up for my video overall. Got this installed and painted. Jerry can's now on. So yeah, getting there. What else? It's Boyce today. I also called Rapco for paint. I need. I ordered another case of green spray cans. I'm down to 1 can left right now, and that's not enough for wheels. I'm gonna do wheels by hand at this point. I'm not gonna get the spray gun out. I'm tired of that hassle. On top of that, my headlights need painted. The grill I have here needs painted. You'll waste a lot of paint if you use a spray gun. So that needs painted. What else do I have to get painted? That's about all I have to do. Of course, touch-ups on the back bed. I know I'd have a few spots. And the passenger side door needs redone. Otherwise, we're all good. for painting. I also told him, since I know he's going to be a vendor at the Findlay, Ohio show in Ohio in about 2 weeks from now. He's from Texas, coming to Ohio. I said, since you're coming, I know you bring some paint with you. Can you bring me a gallon of 24502? Sure. I'm glad you called because I usually don't bring Marine Corps green up there all the time. So I'll put your name down on the top of the lid and bring that for you. So that's going to be there for me. And for myself, I'm going to Findlay, not my deuce. I don't have time to push myself here or run the risk of a 4-hour drive. So I'm not going to take my truck, but I'm going to take my car, my trailer. I'm going to have a load of my engine block for sale. It just needs new bearings, needs like full cleaned out, needs new bearings for the crank, new crank. Otherwise, the pistons are good. I have a set of heads for them. They're in good shape. Manifolds, all that. No turbo, no injectors at all, but that's going to be for sale. As well as I have a set of bobbed or 5-ton leads for a bob deuce to be bobbed. Those are for sale for $100 right now with the shackles and all. And then I'm also bringing 5-ton power steering to bring to sell. I just don't need it. It came with my truck. To me, so far I've driven 5 miles total before I tore it apart. It steers fine off-road and tight turns on-road. It's fine with me. I did buy front hubs to unlock the front axle to improve it more. So I'm pleased. I do want the big, massive tires. And then by then I'll do air assist steering. I desire to go that and keep my truck. But the long term is to run these tires and put tank tracks in the back. M109 tank tracks. So, yeah, I don't really have too much desire. I need that power steering at all. It might be handy, but it's going to take up space. But yeah, bringing that's for sale as well at the show for myself. And yeah, Rapco's impressed, like talking to my bill, like, you're doing a fine job here. And same as talked to Brock that sold the motor to me. So anyway, I know I'm doing quite a project here. Nice tear down, doing it right at a fast pace. I work a job. I go to college. And I just bought a house and doing a truck restoration all at once. So yeah. Anyway, that's enough. I better go in. It's 11:45 at night on Thursday night. Go home from college, and here I am. And I gotta wake up in 4 hours. So, anyway, that's my update for the video. Major update here is just the batteries, new batteries, and I did order a new fuel tank pump, pretty much. That's the overall sum for the video. But yeah, 43 days as of today, so 42 days ago to the show. It's coming close. Alrighty, if you're going to be at Findlay, let me know in the comments so I can arrange parts I might have to sell or you might have to bring for me. I'm looking for front tow bars. I'm looking for the back ladders, again, the back bed. And I'm looking for 1 or 2 more wheels and tires that are mounted. I have tires. I can bring them and trade them you. Here's a brand new tire and tube. If I can have a tire and wheel from you, that's good. I'll do that trade deal. Because I need 2 spare tires for the trip to Butler. I want to play it safe. 1 might be good, but I want 2. So I'm looking for those items. So yeah, that's all. So thanks for watching. Good night.